Well, the final Saturday of the Del Mar Summer Meet is headlined by the $300,000 Grade 1 Debutante for two-year-old fillies, Andrew Brown and Scott Shapiro with you to take a look at the race. But Shap, before we do that, last Saturday, the world witnessed something freakish right here at Del Mar. What did you make of the mighty Flightline's performance in the Pacific Classic?
Well, first things first, I see we have a new Flightline fan now. You were a fan before, but it looks like you came away with a souvenir after that dominant effort. What more can you say, Brownie? I mean, there was questions to an extent about whether he could get the distance. There were not questions whether he was fast in terms of speed figures and brilliant in terms of, the eye or looking at a race. But that was something. I mean, he went fast early, sitting just off the pace and pulled away late. So effortless, such a fun horse to watch. And he didn't beat Chop Liver that day. Country Grammar, the Dubai World Cup winner, probably would have won most Pacific Classics with his performance. He was nearly 20 lengths back. So very little I could say that others haven't said at this point about Flightline, but I'm real happy for Flavien Prat, one of the best riders in the world, in my estimation. I've thought so for a while, to finally get on his kind of horse. And very little desire to take on Flightline in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Yeah, that should be a cracker there. And it was an absolutely sensational atmosphere here at Del Mar too. I've seen some greats in racing, Shap, like Winks and Black Caviar Down Under, and, it got the same feeling around the racetrack. People were just watching in awe almost, with their mouths open, just saying, did we just watch a horse defeat the Dubai World Cup winner by 20 lengths these down? Well, yes, he did. But yeah, absolutely amazing. And the great thing about racing, Shap, is there could be another freak in this field of two-year-old fillies racing 7 furlongs on Saturday. And we take a look at this field of 8 for the debutante. Where do you think the pace is going to come from?
Good question. I don't see a ton of speed in here for a 7 furlong race for two-year-old fillies. Fast and Shiny, one of the Bob Baffert runners, probably going to show a little speed. Maybe Kiss by Fire, who broke on the outside, broke out of the gate and was taken in hand and drawn towards the inside, might show some. Maybe Home Cooking, the likely favorite, with the blinkers off for the second time, will be a little more involved, was real professional last time. But I don't think they're going to go too fast early on in the 7 furlong affair.
I should say the chances of there being another freak like Flight are very, very slim, but they could be a good horse nonetheless. Vegas Magic, she's undefeated in 3 lifetime starts. The Doug O'Neill trainee, last out winner of the Grade 2 Sorrento. She beat the boys before that. Can she keep her win streak going here, Shep?
I think she's up against it a little bit. I think the rail couldn't give her another favorable voyage like she had in the Sorrento. Now, horses have won the Sorrento as well as the Mar Debutante, not overly common, but Bellafina, a real star filly for Simon Callahan, did it in 2018, and then in 2014, Sunset Glow did it. So it's not as if it's uncommon to wheel back on less than a month's rest and win this coveted Grade 1, but she needs to step forward in this one and get another favorable voyage to get the job done. A horse that I'm willing to take a chance against. I think there'll be at least 1 or 2 better.
Right, well, trainer Bob Baffert looking for his 11th win in this race and 4th consecutive victory. He's got 2 chances, Fast and Shiny and Home Cooking, who are both last out winners. Chap, I was impressed with Home Cooking's 9 1/4 length romp under Mike Smith here a couple of weeks back. Is she the pick of the Baffert duo?
She is for me. It's interesting. Fast and Shiny, we talked about maybe as a pace factor in here, was 6-1 in that 8-horse field. You don't see that with a lot of Bob Baffert firsters that win. So not well-mannered, highly regarded by the clockers and by the those in the know apparently going into that race. But Home Cooking has been hammered at the windows, Brownie, in both lifetime starts. July 31st went off at 1-2 in a race where she battled early and tired late, won by Justique, well off the pace for John Sheriff's. Kiss by Fire, a rate runner in here, ran second that day. I thought it was a forgivable effort. And then Baffert takes the blinkers off, a move he's been incredible with throughout his career. And she relaxed kindly that day. I think she had some early speed, but jockey Mike Smith was able to relax her off the pace that day, and she finished full of run. Not quite Flightline, but you wouldn't have known because there was no one on the screen with her either. It was way back to second, 9 1/4 lengths. So I think Home Cooking will be a very tough customer in this year's Del Mar Debutante.
Yeah, she's my pick as well, Shap. And as you say, she could have probably won by 15 last time out. Eased down, some strong workouts since, and plenty of scope for further improvement, I think, here at start number 3. If we're playing exotics, who have you got underneath?
I think Ice Dancing's an intriguing option. A maiden taking on stakes foes here in the second start for Hall of Famer Richard Mandela, who's not one to really get over aggressive with horses. And the fact that he sends this one to the Del Mar Debutante off just a 3rd place effort when she was nearly 11-1 tells me that he thinks that this Daughter of Frosted has a serious future. I think she's going to be one that gets better as the distances get longer, a half furlong, and the racing experience under her belt will help here. And she gets that guy, Flavian Pratt. So I think Ice Dancing, a little bit intriguing at a pretty good price underneath, as well as Arella Star. This is a horse shipping in from Gulfstream Park for Roderick Rodriguez, a trainer that maybe people in Southern California aren't overly familiar with. Hasn't had a lot of stakes winners, but I do remember back in 2015 when he shipped in a runner for into the Schuylerville at Saratoga, a 2-year-old race, graded stakes race, named Off the Tracks, and she won that day. You don't see him do this that often, and I think Arella Star might be able to hit the board at a pretty good price as well.
Great stuff. So could add some value to your exactas and trifectas there, Shap. That's your selections for the Debutante at Del Mar on Saturday. Where do we go to find all your other selections at Del Mar?
They're available on the TwinSpires app as well as on the website, just under the quote-unquote expert picks videos. You click on them. I give about a minute to a minute and 20 seconds of information involving my top 3 picks. Hopefully we can close out the meet the last 3 days strong, Brownie. It's been a lot of fun doing these previews with you. We got one more left, and it's been a great meet. David Jerkins and the racing office deserve a lot of credit.
They've done a sensational job here at Del Mar. You've done a sensational job too, Shap. It has been an absolute pleasure doing these previews with you. Good luck on Saturday with all your selections, and for you watching this video, all the best with your bets at Del Mar this final weekend.